Bryon. Bryon, why don't you introduce yourself, my friend, and tell them the name of your company, buddy.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for having me.
You know it, my friend.
My name is Bryon James. The company is called Michael Noel Leatherworks. Started about 2 years ago, right here in downtown Mooresville.
Yeah.
Really started out in my home, and then it turned from a small hobby into a business.
And you and I know each other because we smoke cigars together.
Absolutely
so
right.
I watched you build this business. I am holding something right now that he has made for me. Most of you don't know what this is. I do appreciate this. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
This is a satchel that I could put my cigars in and my lighter and my cutter. And for those of us that smoke, this is a big deal.
It is.
Thank you so much. I
You're very welcome.
really do appreciate
You're very
that.
welcome.
This is the kind of stuff that he makes. I know you brought some stuff that we can show on camera as well, and we'll get into that. But talk about your background, because you've got an interesting background. You know, you and I have the pleasure of smoking a cigar with you, talking to you for hours, you know. So talk a little bit about your background.
Originally from Connecticut, retired from the state police in Connecticut, and then moved down here just because I really needed to get away from the snow. Really needed to get away.
Snow was the problem,
It seemed to follow me a little bit.
I was going to say, you brought a little bit with you, man.
I did. But once here, I knew I was in the right place. And
now, why did you guys choose? You know, I see this happens a lot for me in my business. 60% of my clients probably are coming from another state.
Mm-hmm.
Why North Carolina? Why the Charlotte metro area? What made you stop here? Is it family? Is it?
No, actually, we are the first from my family to come down this way. I actually was reading a article in Entrepreneur magazine, and at the time, Charlotte was number 2 in the country for relocating. So we came down, we looked a few times, and then picked out a place, fell in love with Mooresville, and it was a done deal after that.
Wow, that's it. So, Melissa, people are actually reading those articles.
They are reading those articles.
That's funny.
That's what I was going to say. I was born and raised in Mooresville, so yeah. Now, when did you move down?
2002.
Okay.
2002.
So,
Gotcha.
so talk a little bit about, you moved down here with your family, correct?
Yep.
Did your wife work? Did she find a job and she moved down here? How
Yeah,
does that go?
she
'Cause,
worked,
you know, you're starting from nothing, man.
No, exactly. She works part-time in the school system. So she was at Lake Norman Elementary for a little while, and then she moved over to Mecklenburg County and working with one of the elementary schools there as an assistant teacher.
And you know, I tell people this all the time. It's funny how everybody thinks everybody's an overnight success, right? But this takes years to get to this point.
It really
You
does.
didn't start making these products, right? I mean, if I remember correctly, you were making some different stuff. Then you slowly moved into leather. Do I remember that correctly?
You are absolutely right. As a matter of fact, I remember you picking up one of the early editions of whatever I was trying to create before.
Yeah. Well, I like
came
you and I
about.
connected because I like that you were just searching for something to do and something that you can create, and
Yep.
I like that.
Yep. It was a beautiful transformation, especially those who have seen it from the very beginning, and then they look at it now, complete night and day, but they can really appreciate the path that was taken to
And
get
that's
there.
what business does. That's sort of the new modern day business. We're just kind of moving and evolving into something else. So it's a joy to watch that happen with you. And I saw you at the cigar shop a while ago, and you said, "Hey man, how do I got to get on your show?" And I said, "You're on." You know,
Yep, you certainly
we'll make
did.
it happen.
And you certainly did. And you certainly did.
So talk a little bit about the products that you manufacture, because you make this look easy, right? You know,
I do.
So talk a little bit about this.
So behind the scenes, what really goes on is, in the beginning, there was a lot of wasted good leather. So I quickly learned how to maximize and cut properly. So I taught myself from the very beginning. There's a lot more I need to learn, but I learned a lot in the last 2 years. So the cigar pouch came about when I got fed up carrying my cutter, my lighter, plastic bag with my cigars in it, and stuff clinking around. I figured there must be a better way. So,
and I want everybody to know, I was listening to Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh is looking for one of these. So, Melissa, I want you to know, I got one up on Rush Limbaugh.
You
right?
certainly do.
Rush Limbaugh would love to have one of these right now.
And you got it before he did, so that's a good thing.
You're exactly right.
But that pouch will hold your cutter, your lighter, credit card or business cards, and 3 cigars, depending on the ring gauge. And now you have everything all in one. You're not forgetting your lighter somewhere on the table. When you set it down, you're not forgetting your cutter somewhere. And typically, if we're avid cigar smokers, we're spending a little bit of money on our cutter and our lighter. So we want to have it in a good place.
And you make some satchels that are just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
and I'm not a satchel kind of guy.
Well, I'm not sure this one over here might match your outfit.
Yeah. He makes some sexy stuff.
Yeah, this
does.
one right here is my daily. This is my mid-size little carry satchel. I love this thing. I beat it up, and this thing is made to last generations.
Well, I think leather looks better the longer you carry it.
And he makes this stuff.
Yes, he makes this stuff.
Remarkable is he's making this stuff.
And you don't have to look for, it's like it doesn't have some cheesy label.
No,
on it.
not at all. I think of everything that I would like to see when I spend my hard-earned money on a leather product.
Because you got style, man. You're a classy
style.
Dude, man. You know that, don't you?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not just anybody can create this stuff,
No.
Melissa. You understand that?
I can't go home and do that. Yeah, I would have a mess.
But you know what? I would personally do a class for you and teach you how to do it.
You would?
I would.
I might just have to
You
take
call
you
me,
up on
you
that.
come in, we will do a class.
So
in
I would
my
walk
shop.
away with the product.
Melissa,
Yes, you would.
But I don't smoke a
You
cigar,
don't have
though.
time for him. Just go ahead and buy one. You don't have.
I don't know. I like hobbies too. I like projects. You just come to Signal Hill Drive, McDonald's, and we'll sit down in the booth right there. We'll drink coffee and make leather bags.
She'll give you a biscuit. You can
That's
teach
right.
you how
We're
to make
good.
this.
That's
Let's
right.
say food all day, bottomless coffee cups. We're not leaving until I have a finished
Till
product.
you have a finished
That's
product.
exactly right, because I'm losing my keys. Let me tell you what, women, I'm sorry, I'm taking a spot here again, Joe, but I don't even have a bell. I don't have pockets a lot of times. Oh, no, the bell's
it
in the
is.
background. Women need something to carry, like a small, like about the size of that cigar case, made to where I can put my keys, the lipstick, and the small things, because I don't want to carry a big giant purse. That right there. We might have to come
Done
up with a
deal.
product line.
I can do it today.
He loves that. He loves having
Like a
this
project.
conversation.
Well, I will
what
give
you're
you-
doing
I
is
like that
start,
little
yes,
challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't have no idea what you just did to this guy.
Well, we're going to do very well together. I can tell you
Oh,
exactly
I-
what it needs. And yes. Let's talk after the show.
You've set his mind a working. I'll tell
Well, before
right
you
now.
leave here, we got a plan.
So let's talk about the business side of this, right? I know you love doing this. I know you love creating this and designing this stuff. But sooner or later, you got to put a price to it, and then sooner or later, you got to find somebody that wants to buy it, right?
Correct.
This is not cheap stuff.
It
I mean,
isn't.
we're looking at $300-400 worth of stuff here, right? I mean, this is not cheap. This is the real deal. And so all of that is when the business side of what it is you do kicks in, and it stops being a hobby and it starts being a real business.
Correct.
Talk about how that transition takes place, because you're sort of this guy that tests items to see, in fact, does it work? Can you sell it before you do any mass production of it?
So, like any entrepreneur, somebody starting a new business and they realize it turns from a hobby to a business, there's a moment of fear, and you have to decide whether you're going to kick the door in or walk away and make an excuse why you didn't do it. So I decided at a point I was either going to be highly successful or I was going to crash and burn. But I'm going through with it, and I'm going to do it. So we started it. I knew what I wanted. I wanted quality leathers. I wanted something built like a baseball glove that would last decades and decades, that you would pass on. So all my products have that same construction mindset when I put it together. I want it to last for generations. I was fortunate enough to meet the people at Casa de Monte Cristo. They were interested. They started carrying it. Then Berners Cigar in Huntersville started carrying it. Then Tailored Smoke in the Epicenter started carrying it. And they've sold hundreds already. So now I'm starting to branch out up north, out west. So it's going in the right direction. But the main part, I get to create what I want every single morning. The only thing I ask every single morning when the good Lord wakes me up, ask him to help me make something beautiful that day. I do it every single day I walk into the shop. He hasn't failed me once.
And I know that about you,
Yep.
right? And Melissa has no idea what she did to you, but she.
I love it. I think that's great.
She sent you in a direct. He will
that's great.
spend
It's
months.
a project. You need that thought process. Like, okay, what's next?
Yep.
You need that. You'll be
Yep.
working on one, I bet, in your hand, and you're thinking about what's next.
Correct.
Yeah.
He will spend months trying to come up with something that fits what you've just designed. In your mind. Yeah.
That's perfect. Well, we're on this. I tell you what.
So, talk about the price of these things. How do you price these? Because you're looking for, I mean, your time to do
but they
this
take a
is
long time.
phenomenal, right?
They
So,
do.
how do you price it and then know it's going to take a certain amount of time to sell as well?
Correct. I always keep in mind that cigar smokers go from an hourly wage to somebody who makes a great salary. It goes from someone who is a housekeeper or a janitor up to a CEO. But when they get in that room,
It's an equalizer. I've
It
said
is.
that for years.
it really
yeah.
is. It really is. So I wanted the price on the pouch, which is $125, to be affordable for everyone across the board. I could have put a sticker price on for $250 and it would have sold just
easy,
as well.
Easy, yeah.
But I wanted everyone to have an opportunity to get it. And all my leather goods are typically priced probably about a third of what the big name people are. But I think I'm using a much better leather, better construction, and they're limited pieces.
Right. Every one of them is pretty much signature to you.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I've had my hands on every single one, and I
Right.
can tell
That's
you.
what I was getting ready to
I made
ask you.
every
So
single
it's
one.
you who's doing this, and not
Yes.
you're not like bringing.
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Not
Cool.
at
That's
all.
it. Makes them even better than it's personalized.
If somebody wanted to reach you, how could they do that?
They can either look up Michael Noel Leatherworks.
Can you spell that, please, if I were to?
Michael, the normal way.
Okay.
Noel, Noelle, Leatherworks, and it's WORX.
Okay.
They can email me at the same name, Gmail, and they can also give me a call if they want to swing by my workshop at 704-658-5525.
MichaelNoelLeatherworks.com. Bryon, what advice would you give a small business person thinking about, they're sitting at home right now thinking, man, I know how to make X, Y, Z. You know, if that guy can do it, I need to start doing it.
And
What
they can
advice
do
would
it.
you give them?
That little fear that's in your stomach right now, that little trepidation, you're
I
scared.
live on that,
You
man.
want to do it?
That's like fuel for the day for a guy like me.
Use it as fuel and kick the door in and go get what you want to do. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You got to go get it.
Great. Thank you, my friend. Bryon,
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.